I haven't actually, let me make sure. Oh, my mic is working, it's just the webcam is not picking up. I have had to move it, to be fair, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, right. I just had to reselect it because I've fuddled around with all of my a lot of my setup. Like I resorted my desk. I can't remember when actually. It was probably just this pretty last Wednesday. I want to say I've just like sorted everything out. I've moved my PC and I got a USB extender to sort of tidy things up a bit. Let me just nab some music. Right. I think that is everything. I'm just going to double check some things. I'm also going to turn this bloody brightness down. I really need to get myself a fucking ring light, because every time I like open a new tab on this screen here, it's like the lighting on my face completely fucking changes. I am planning on getting one sort of next month or so, sort of over Christmas, most likely. I mean, most likely be sort of a Christmas gift to myself, or something to that effect. Oh shit, I still have. Hang on. Nah. Because it's not releasing November 12th, because it's November 29th. It's already out. I can't believe I forgot to change that. But it's out. Right. So, what we're doing today is we're designing a race. Because I really like Shardminds. I think they're really cool. They're very high fantasy, which is something that I'm often a little resistant to. Mostly because, like, I like to take the game sort of fairly seriously most of the time. I'm not really a fan of, like, gag characters and people using the game to be sort of an outlet for shitty stand-up. I really fucking hate that shit. Like with a burning passion. I really hate it. But I feel like with the correct application and the kind of player that wants to like commit to actually being quite sort of an alien creature, this can be cool, you know? It can end up being very interesting. Oh god, I need to clear my throat. Fuck me. Oh, right. So I've started just like completely blank slate. Basically, Shardminds they look like this. And they are they're a race of like psionic crystal people, which is cool. I'm actually really a fan of this sort of like visual motif. They have a very cool sort of visual. They're generally all this kind of like reddish shade, but like tieflings, it's like I'm sure if a player was like, oh, I really want to do one that's like this, I want to be blue or something, then whatever, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, this kind of art here is something I could literally just slap into Photoshop and just, hit change hue, and it would just, it would work. It would look fine. So I've started sort of a variant of Shardminds before, but I had a very interesting idea whilst I was setting up the stream of something I wanted to try. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I want to give it a go. Right. So I'm just going to start with ability score improvement. So the current design standard for 5th edition is to not give ability score improvements, because some people aren't a fan of them, and that's fine. But I think it's much better to provide an option and then let people ignore the option than to not provide an option and then expect people to come up with a standard for their own table. I find that is a much better way of doing that, and Wizards have implemented their changes to how races work very, very badly. Because it's just doesn't really work very well. And one of the other things they've done as well is races don't have like set ages anymore. which is really unhelpful, or heights and weights, which is like, what purpose does that have? That's just unhelpful. It's just exclusively not helpful. It's yeah. The abilities for improvement thing, like the argument behind it is I think is a fairly justifiable one. But I care more about the game balance. So the game balance comes first. I would, the game was not designed around being able to just pick whatever ASI you wanted. So I don't like the ruling, regardless of whether it's whether their reasoning for changing it is justified or not, which I think it is. I think it's fairly reasonable. Just the way they've gone about it is pretty bad, or the way they've gone about implementing it is not great. And then just removing age and like weight and height, like I think I want to know how long my elf character lives, like the like DMs are totally should totally be allowed to change them. Like every DM can be like, oh, elves in my setting only live for like 100 years or whatever, or 200 years, as opposed to 750, just because I'm not really a fan of the fantasy that they live a stupid amount of time, and that's fine. But most DMs don't give a shit about that, and just want a standard they can look to. Because everyone knows elves live a long time. That's the fantasy of elves, is they're long-lived and ethereally attractive or whatever. That's like the whole point of what an elf is they live fucking ages. But no, that's like when 5.5 comes out, they're just going to strip all of that out. And it's just like, oh, okay. Damn, where's my flavor gone? Fuck. Age-wise, I'm not sure where to sort of start with that. I'll leave these blank for now, because these are like flavor things we can look into later on. The alignment thing, people sort of scrapping that, I think that's fine. I'm a fan of setting sort of a generic standard for things, just for ease of, just for DM's ease. I think that's I think that's cool. That a DM can just open the the actual player's handbook, which I have buried under here somewhere. I'm trying to want to use it as a prop to facilitate my point. I'm gonna move this big stack of books. I'm not putting that on. There is actually like 5 books here. These things are fucking massive. I was lifting them with one hand also, which was not a good idea. But I like the idea that I can open this book and just have a preset sort of like fantasy world with defined rules of, oh look, if I look, my halflings reach adulthood at 20 and live into the middle of their 2nd century, so like 150. Cool. That's what I wanted to know. How tall are halflings? Oh, halflings are about 3 feet tall. Cool. That's what I wanted to know. Whereas when 5.5 comes out, you're going to open the new version of this book and you're not going to be able to find any of that information. Because they'll cram it at the front of the book, and because people don't read shit like that. Because, fun fact, most people that play this game don't read most of this book, and that's not necessarily that much of a problem, but you're going to get lots of people complaining that they don't know how old races are or can be, even though there's something written at the front of the book. But no one reads the front of the book. They read the things that matter to them and never read anything else. And even sometimes they don't read the things that matter to them either, which is a whole other problem. That is actually the player's fault, because they should be doing that, but they aren't. But yeah, that's me griping about Wizards' very poor handling of how they treat, like, or they are treating races in 5.5. or whatever the fuck they end up calling the next sort of thing that they're doing in 2024. I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be a bit of shit, I feel. Oh, that was a weird sound, but there was nothing. Must have been nothing. But that's fine. Right. So, I need to pull these fucking books back. And I'm not going to try and do it with one hand this time. I'm actually going to... It's heavy. Right. So, size... Obviously, your size is medium to start with, and then I'll put in, like, height and weight later on. The alignment stuff I'll probably keep out, because whilst I'm personally a fan of it and I use it in my home games, because, you know, when I, like, write a race, I will write them within the context of the setting that I'm using them, and I will, you know, give their culture and alignment. Because, you know, lots of like a culture can have. Well, generally speaking, most cultures are neutral, but there are definitely have and can be cultures founded on evil ideas, both in real life and in fantasy. There's yeah, people can be yikes. People can be terrible. Is the fact of the day. Your base walking speed is 30 feet. Obviously, that's just kind of the generic standard. Now, I'm going to give them hybrid nature. Hang on, I need to go find the wording of hybrid nature from somewhere, because I am working on Shardminds for... Also, welcome in. I'm making Shardminds for 5th edition, because I really, really like Shardminds. They're from... I think they're originally from 3.5, but I was introduced to them by 4th edition, which is... well, 4th edition is... it's weird. I want to try it again. I want to give it another shot, because there's a lot of things I love from 4E, but man, there's a lot of things I remember. They are psionic crystal people, and I really like them. They're really cool. Yeah, they look like this. Yeah, I'm just going to go find the text for hybrid nature, because WotC decided not to use hybrid nature. They're like, oh damn, let's make a player race that's Fey, and then not think about the consequences. It's like, the consequences aren't particularly dire for Fey. There's definitely some problems, but it's not the end of the world. However, you know, me when I'm a reborn and I can't receive healing because I'm a construct, I just can't. I can't be healed. Let me make sure reborn are actually a reborn. Let me just double check. Did they keep that from? Oh, maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't keep it in. Hang on, where is Hexblood? Because Hexblood is definitely a Fae. Okay, no, they did get rid of it. Okay, Reborn can actually be healed. Because, but instead you lose the flavor of them not being constructs, because what's here like, oh damn, complicated game effects that are explained by what they are. Just, I hate it. Just, what's he make me mad? Basically, hybrid nature is you have two creature types, humanoid and construct. You can be affected by a game effect if it works on either of your creature types. So basically what this means is Cure Wounds specifically says constructs can't be healed. And it's like, oh, you're a construct, so this doesn't work. I says, no, you can be affected by a game effect if it works on either of your creature types, which means you're a humanoid. Cure Wounds works on humanoids, therefore it works on you. However, the Mace of Smiting, which specifically fucks over constructs, also works on you. Like, a lot of the effects of this are pretty minor, but even so, it's very important to have something like this, as opposed to just being like, oh damn, the race we made is Fey. We foresee no consequences, and then, oh look, there are consequences. Oh, I'm a fairy Oath of the Ancients paladin. Let me use my turn the Faithless. Oh wait, I just turned myself because I'm a Fae, and I hit myself with my own channel divinity, because Watsy's design team are a bunch of apes with typewriters or something. I don't fucking know. It's that's the one thing that really salts my apples, as they say, is that you can turn the Faithless yourself, or your friends as well. Like, you can be a paladin and you can have like a fairy or a hexblood in your party, and it's like, sorry, I just turned you and you don't have a turn anymore. Someone actively has to punch you for the effect to end. Or actually, you get a save at the end of your turn for turn effects. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't actually remember. I'm gonna go look that up. No, they have to take damage. they have to take damage. For fuck's sake. Right. This is the sort of the more complex bit, I guess. Crystalline nature. You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. Yeah, it's fine. It's fair enough. You gain resistance to psychic damage. And you have advantage on saving throws made against spells that would detect. Again, hang on. Let me go read non-detection or something. Non-detection. Made against divination. I'm trying to think. Does hang on? Does this hit Rolithim's Psychic Lance? Is that a divination spell? No, it's not. Okay. Yep, they are humanoids and constructs. They are both. That's why I was ranting pointlessly about before, was how Watsy almost used hybrid nature when they were making like the races that really should be humanoid, that aren't humanoid, and then they just didn't. They just decided not to, and created the problem where, oh, I'm a fairy Oath of the Ancients paladin. Oh, oops, I just turned the Faithless myself. Whoops. Which is very annoying. So Protected Mind. It was, and yeah, result of saving throws. I might do additionally, you have advantage on saving throws made against divination magic and other magical scrying senses. That's fine. That's. I don't think that's particularly crazy. Now. No, siege monsters are just objects. like siege monsters, like a construct is not an object. A construct is a creature. An object is this mug. If I cast Tiny Servant on this mug is now a construct creature, and also maybe still an object. I'm not sure about that one. No, Tiny Servant makes it an object. Anime objects, still an object. Which is why anime objects is actually really good, because animated objects aren't creatures, so you can't make opportunity attacks against them, which is a really stupid rules stipulation. But also, I kind of like it because it's kind of funny. But yeah, no, siege monsters are specifically against objects as opposed to construct creatures. I assume that Tarrasque is a siege monster. Let's double check. Yeah, objects and structures. So yeah. You are fine. Protected Mind. Right. What can 4th edition Shardminds do? You get telepathy. It's cool. You get this. You gain. You have resist 5 psychic, which I assume means you take 5 less damage whenever you take psychic damage. But I don't know. But this is here as well. And you get Shard Swarm. What's that? You loosen your mental grip on your physical form, distracting your foes with a swarm of shards. You then reform elsewhere. It's a move action close burst 1. Target each enemy in burst. It's an encounter power, teleportation. 4th edition's styling is weird, you have to get used to it. Effect, each creature grants combat advantage to you until the end of your next turn. You then teleport half your speed. That seems... Oh, it grants combat advantage to you. Okay, right. That's code for you have advantage on attack rolls made against them. That's honestly really cool. I really like that. I think, yeah, I think ultimately the objects don't provoke opportunity attacks thing is like any DM is going to go, no, they do provoke opportunity attacks, but ultimately it never comes up, so who cares? And the peasant railgun is like maths based. There's no rules that dictate it does anything beyond the fact that you transport the object from one place to another instantly. That doesn't actually do anything. It's people being like, oh, but it's traveling at this many miles per hour, so of course it must do a bunch of damage. It's like, no, it doesn't. It just goes from A to B. And the main thing is like, the peasant railgun is impossible to set up. Because if you're like, oh, I'm going to pay a bunch of peasants to stand in a line and perfectly and simultaneously move an object with perfect reaction time so quickly that it happens within the space of like a few seconds, that's just impossible. You can't do that. But the objects aren't creatured, like don't provoke opportunity attacks thing is like, it's like kind of minor. It's like a thing that if your DM is like specifically rules compliant, then they're gonna say no, but 9 times out of 10 it means nothing anyway. Animate objects is I think the only situation it can come up in base, aside from one very specific encounter in Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which I played recently, which Joe ran. Actually, I think Joe's still here. That was quite funny. I don't know why those things weren't creatures, but it was still pretty funny. So it was dumb. say I don't have a game to go to tonight, so I'm probably just gonna chill and like kind of have a bit of a relaxed evening. So I was ill over the weekend. I'm fine now, but I just kind of want to vibe for today. Obviously, I'm gonna get some work done, but let me just check like the Warforged race real quick. Are you immune to poison? Oh, hang on. Here we go. Let's just grab Constructed Resilience from Warforged. That's probably the real sort of way to go about this and word this sort of cavalcade of stuff. Your crystalline body grants you remarkable fortitude, represent both the following benefits, yada yada yada. There we go. So I have a potentially very spicy idea. I don't think they do. I don't think they do in 4E, but that's definitely an interesting idea. Hang on, where is the Warforged again? Because I feel like they have. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I'm just gonna nab this from Warforged as well. Now, I'm not 100% on this at all, but I want to try something potentially very spicy. Now, a few months ago, probably only a couple of months ago at this point, I made the Mystic. I was very happy with the Mystic. I was very happy with the Mystic. However, there are... Well, I say however. No, this isn't really a however moment. This is a... And I have an idea kind of moment. Something I want to try. I'm not sure how it's going to go, and I'm exploring this right now, because I don't know how broken it is that they would be able to do this. Let me just clear my throat. So, Shardminds, Psionics. You learn one power of your choice from the Mystic Power list. At the novice level. This is going to take wording to make this work. Like, I'm just going to leave it as is at the moment. It might be fine, written as it is. But, I'm just going to look through some of the powers and see the kind of shit that you can actually get out of this for free. Because I do not know how broken it is. Because it might very well be completely fine. But I don't know. Oh, you can get astral construction. Yeah, no. Nah. Nah. There needs to be a definitive list. And one psionic power of your choice from the following list. Oh. Right, what options should you have? Like, what makes sense for a Shardmind? No. Bodily adaptation, probably not. Emotion shaping, probably not. This might be a little too spicy for mostly just from like a complexity standpoint, but I think it would be really cool. So, you know, what really matters in this instance. Emotion shaping definitely off the table. That's too many fucking words. Energy projection, no. What do you get? Yeah, no. This is too spicy. This is too spicy. Alas. Poor Yorick something soliloquy. I don't know any of him. I don't fucking care. Right. Alas, doing the funny was too broken. I do, however, like the idea of Shard Swarm. Shard Swarm is definitely something fun I want to do. What are other telepathic races? Are there even any? That's a good question, actually. Are there? Oh. Yeah, that's one. The new super broken Thrycreen. If I can find them. Oh, they're a UA, aren't they? Of course. Where are they? You are the heroes of the travelers of the multiverse. Here we go. Thrycreen. Oh my god. Jesus. He's got 120 feet of fucking telepathy. What the fuck? Jesus. And fuck that. Let's check Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. That's probably the one that'll have a more reasonable thing on it, he says. No, never mind. I'm trying to think of other class options that actually give you telepathy. So I don't actually know which ones. Oh, did Kalashtar get it? You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna nab Mind Link from Kalashtar. Cause fuck Kalashtar, they're stupid. Making races that are just, oh damn, I'm a warlock, but as a race, whoa. It's just, oh, it annoys me. Shut up, computer. I'm just gonna do within 30 feet of you. Shard Swarm. Now I'm gonna nab the loosen your grip on your physical form, distracting your foes with a swarm of shards. That you can see within 15 feet of you. Let me just read Thunderstep real quick. Doesn't do damage, it just gives you advantage. And you gain advantage on attack rolls made against each creature within 5 feet of the space you left. I'm just gonna do this until the end of your turn, because this is really fucking strong otherwise. Then it's just kind of like a better fighting spirit, which is definitely not something you want. I know. I'm just gonna cut this stupid mind link thing. I'm just gonna. It's already powerful enough in that it completely bypasses like the language barrier. it speak, read, and write? Or is it speak, read, and understand? What is the standard nowadays? Let's read like the Hattersy or something. You can speak, read, and write common. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in as just common, because why the fuck would they need to speak other languages? They're telepathic. Like, hell, I could literally just go, you can't speak any language. You can't speak. Wait, no, then you couldn't be a spellcaster. Fuck, no. You need to be able to speak common. This ended up not being as spicy as I wanted. Wait, where did my Shardmind image go? Oh, it vanished over here. Oh, okay, right. It did the word thing, and I did anything with an image, and it was like, excuse me, what's happening? Is the world collapsing? Excuse me, what? Help! I'm scared. Oh, it was a column break. That's why. Okay. Let me flip this over. If I can find where to do that. Fuck. Is it over here? No. Here. There we go. I'm happy with this. It's not as like spicy as I wanted it to be, which is kind of sad, but on the whole, this is a very powerful like race anyway. Like with just these abilities, like you've got the Warforged stuff here, you've got like resistance to psychic, which is honestly more of a fluff ability than anything else. Unless you're in a campaign where you're fighting a lot of like psychic shit, which is possible. It's just not very likely. You know, if you had resistance to one of like the core like the core elemental damage types. Oh, technically you also have resistance to point. You have 2 resistances. Wow. Okay. Hmm. 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 Oh, that was something that was suggested. This is from Fori. I'm gonna give him deep speech as well. Oh, I might have to nix this. Hang on, where's the race power? Hang on. Homebrew race power guide. I swear there's one of these. ASI +3. Common 1 languages. So doing any skill proficiencies. So let me like add this up. I'm gonna get a pencil. I'm trying to let me like add up. I've found the thing I was looking for. Is they get +3 ASI, so that's 12. Doing any skills, doing any magic. They get a rare resistance and a common resistance. So that is 2, 4. 30 is 0. No flight. I haven't given them dark vision, so that's something. I mean, the dark vision shouldn't be. Dark vision is like fucking negligible. If anything, they probably should have dark vision. I'm just going to ignore dark vision from this. Advantage on a rare roll. That's something they have, because they have advantage on saves against like divination spells, which is pretty minor. Hang on. Let me check something real fast. A divination spell that both does damage and is a saving throw. Are there even any of those? There's probably one. There is Mind Spike. Okay, that's a really fun interaction, actually, as you have advantage on your own saving throw against contact other plane. Which I love. Yeah, that's a rare advantage, definitely. No weapons, no doesn't breathe. Well, poison resistance and advantages on here. Doesn't need to eat is one. Doesn't mean doesn't need to drink is also. I don't think that's probably accounted for in here as well. Trance is also 2. Is immune to disease? Is that one on here? Immune to disease is probably 2 if advantage is 1. And you get to teleport, which is presumably now what kind of numbers are you even aiming for? Oh, Eladrinon on their testing list. Let me add these up real quick. 4, 9, 10, 15, 25, 29, 32. It's on the higher end. It's definitely on the higher end, which is not necessarily like a major problem, but this is definitely a powerful racial option, which is, you know, is maybe not like the best thing in the world. I will also give them dark vision because that kind of makes sense, given that they are kind of like far realmy kind of guys. They got deep speech, yeah, they probably got dark vision, you know. Their ASI makes them like crazy good wizards, fairly obviously. Hmm. I think the power here is reasonably okay. I think it definitely has the capacity to be a problem. But hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think on the whole, I'm happy with this. I think this is cool. Obviously, I've only been going for like an hour. Um, I definitely won't be stopping like right now. There's like the rest of this I need to do as well for stars. I need to like write flavor text, which I probably won't do on stream because that's fucking boring. Um, but I do. Hmm. Ugh. Oh, there's a bug. I got it. Bug removed. Stupid boog. Oh god, my back. Right. I'm thinking there are a number of races I would like to see sort of in as sort of options, you know. Not even races that I would necessarily always allow, because I'm generally a pretty like low magic kind of guy, like big time low magic is my like significantly preferred method of play. But sometimes you want that high magic stuff, and you want to do something weird. Um, and I want to try and facilitate that a little bit. I wanna have a scan through like some old editions and books and stuff. So I looked through the fourth edition player's handbooks, which I just so happened to like have, because I did used to play 4E. Like it was how I got started. Actually, was fourth edition, and I could safely say, and I think I said right when we were starting, is that it is. It's fucking weird, is what it is. It's an interesting game with a lot of cool things in it and a lot of really annoying, frustrating things in it as well. Let's see what other races are in 4E. We obviously got Dragonborn, Dwarf, Eladrin. Yeah, Eladrin with their own thing in 4th edition, which is like they were separate to elves. Half elf, halfling, human, tiefling. God, I need to clear my throat. Fuck. Davers were basically 5e Azimar. Gnomes, Goliaths, half orcs, shifters, Githzerai, Minotaur, Shardminds, the Wilden, which are just boring. Changelings, Drow, Ganassi, Kalashtar, the Mool, or half dwarves, Thrycreens, Warforged. There's goblins, Hamadryad. What the fuck is that? They're literally dryads. Okay, right, that's kind of boring. Kobolds, pixies, revenants, satyrs, Shadakai. Uh, oh, the shades. The shades I was introduced to, and man, Oh damn, they're just warlocks? Of course they fucking are. What else is here? Sverfneblins. What's a Vrylocker? I want to see what that is. They look... Ugh. Oh, you're undead. So, cringe, I guess. A Bladeling. Bugbear, Bullywug, Durgar. You know what? Stab some Bullywugs. What's a Bladeling? You know what? This is the piece of art that's given for Bladelings. Just a pointy guy. This 420 fucking P image. This fucking JPEG looking ass idiot. It's so stupid. I love it. It looks so dumb. Bullywugs look like a fun... Like, I know Bullywugs are looking to be put into 5.5. That much I know. So I might... Let's stat some fucking Bullywugs, yo. Let's do it. Bullywug. Frog. Oh, you're just in time. Frog race incoming. It's frog time. Dexterity and your... I guess Dex and Con is probably the most sensible. And also means that it's really good, too. Because, well... Dex and Con are, like, the two stats that matter, like, for every character. So, it's just good. Now, I believe there are stats for Bullywugs in 5th edition, but they're mostly pretty bad. Because they're just, like, examples from the PHB. Or the DMG, even. Speak with frogs and toads. Oh, God, yeah. You can tell it's from the DMG because their ability score improvements are -2 int, -2 charisma. Nothing else. It's almost like that's badly designed in just in concept. Like, it's just fucking stupid, almost, as if... Ugh, God, that shit pisses me off. It really fucking does. It boils my fucking piss, I tell you. Now, I'm not going to give them dark vision, because these lads don't need it. They're small lads, however. They are small little dudes. They have a speed of 20 feet. Why the fuck do they have a speed of 20 feet? What the fuck? I will probably give them a 25-foot speed. That, you know, that makes sense. That's fine. I'll give them a 25-foot walk speed. That's fine, because that's sort of fairly standard for small races, and also frogs don't really walk around all that fast. I love that. I love speak with frogs and toads. I'm gonna have to keep that. That's so good. Amphibious. You can breathe air and water. Speak with frogs and toads. With frog or toad frog-like or toad-like creatures. So you can do it with oh yeah. It would I've specifically like frog-like and toad-like, so you can talk to froghemoths. Like froghemoths, I'm pretty sure are evil. I don't actually know. They're unaligned. Never mind. Oh, that's because they have an intelligence of 2. Never mind. That's why. Speak with frogs and toads is my favorite ability name. I love it. I love swamp camouflage. That's fun. Swamp camouflage. Standing leap, 100%. It just means you're just good at jumping, which is surprisingly really strong. Oh my god. If you play a DMG Bullywug, not only do you have -2 int, -2 charisma, and only 20 speed, you also can't speak common. You can only speak read and write Bullywug. One of these days I want to run a one-shot where you can only use DMG races. It's the only one you can use. It's like the one person gets to play an Eladrin and they're actually like the DMG Eladrin where they're actually kind of okay. And then there's just like, oh damn, I'm stuck playing a Bullywug. You just can't talk to him. Right. So I did finish statting the Shardmind. I'll say welcome in. You've joined me fucking around with oh, that's good. I finished the Shardmind. They ended up being very strong, but in sort of a way where it's probably fine. In that they can do telepathy, they have common and deep speech, they're resistant to psychic and also to poison, which is, you know, that's the one thing I'm pretty shaky on. I'm potentially gonna nix that, so not sure. But that'll be something I fuck around with my own time. But Bullywugs are fun. I think there's plenty of ways to play like a legit, like, kind of serious Bullywug. Like, you know, I'd want to play like Frog from Chrono Trigger, you know? He's a Bullywug, and he's cool. I like him. Amphibious speak with frogs and toads is a pretty powerful ability. Like, that's maybe the most powerful ability in 5th edition. So maybe we should cut that. Let me see if oh yeah, advantage on a situational roll. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I need to clear my throat. Oh. ASI +3. Common in 1 language. Okay, no resistances. Movement. Bonus to jump. It doesn't specify that. I think, generally speaking, that would be assumed to apply anyway. People aren't particularly sort of stringent with how they with how they sort of go about sort of with the wording of something like this. I'll think about it though. Now, let me check the Sverfneblin and how that words things. Sverfneblin. Stone camouflage. Hides in rocky terrain. Okay. I didn't. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, in that case. Wetlands. Wetland camouflage. In moist terrain. No, I'm not gonna put moist terrain. In wetlands. I'll just put marshy terrain. Ah, yes. The moist terrain. Some powerful shit right there. Some powerful shit. Now, Bullywugs, like, the standing leap is honestly legit. Like, it's actually really good. You get a lot of, like, aerial mobility with this that you otherwise just wouldn't have. Oh, wait, no. No, Swamp Camouflage is just straight up from the stat blocks. No, I'll change it back. That's, because that is explicitly something they have from their stat block, so I think it's probably fine to call it Swamp Camouflage. There's plenty of ways to play a meme ranger build. That's fine. That's same. Let me think. I want to look at the bestiary Bullywugs and see what sort of cultural stuff they have written about them. Oh, all of the... Oh, that's fun. All of the, That's interesting. All the sort of noble Bullywug stuff, that's canon just to base D&D. That's not a Wild Beyond the Witchlight thing. That's interesting. Kind of like that. They need something to kind of push. Like, they got a swimming speed, I guess. Let me check the numbers real quick. So they have a +3 ASI. It's 12 plus. They don't have any tool proficiencies. They don't have any expertise. Do Bullywugs have any skill proficiencies? They do. They have stealth. Okay. So I might give them that. They don't have any resistances or vulnerabilities. -2 from movement. But they'd also have an increased jump. But I'm not sure. Hang on. Jump. No, there's nothing here that lists that. Shit. I don't think it's that strong. It's decisively pretty okay, but I don't think it's that good. Yeah, it's both of them combined are like 4 points. That's nothing particularly not particularly saucy. Advantage on a situational roll is that. Do they have dark vision? Nope. Yeah, they're currently sitting at like, I don't know how to, like, hang on. Where's the languages thing? Speak with small beasts? I mean, that's probably -1 because it's only toads. Yeah, they're currently seeing like really low down on like sort of the power matrix, so to speak. Advantage on a rare roll. Where's the? Yeah, there's nothing that really encapsulates like what jump is. Yeah, the word jump doesn't appear on this matrix at all. I don't really know how to categorize that. It definitely provides you something. I would say it's at least +2, but most of the official races, they average at like... Yeah, they're pretty low down on the power matrix. I think the average across the board is like 29 or something. Actually, I'm not sure what it is. Actually, I think it's probably like 26 or 27, and these guys aren't even like cresting. Like aren't like they just don't even crest 20. They definitely need something. I feel like stealth proficiency is probably the way to go. Let's give them... Oh, this needs to come back down here, doesn't it? Stealthy. You know what, actually, I might give them the charisma score. Proficiency and dexterity stealth checks. I mean the long jump is fairly irrelevant. It's the high jump that can get you into good positions. Like a low tree. It's just like, yeah, I jump into the branches of this tree by expending 10 feet of movement and just like boom, just go straight up there. Or even better, oh, you don't yeah, so you can't jump to Yeah, you high jump into a tree. Sadly, you can't then long jump because your speed isn't high enough. I guess you could obviously dash. That's totally an option. Oh yeah, that's really good. It gives you a strong jump distance with no strength investment, which I think it's situationally very strong. But that's the kind of thing that you want, is like an ability that isn't insane all the time, but when it's good, it's like, oh wow, I'm really glad I'm this race that gives me this special ability. Oh yeah. Hang on, let me go read Halfling, because I think Halfling has a specific wording for I may have just gotten it wrong, I may have just gotten it down fine, but it's Lightfoot, isn't it? Oh, it's naturally stealth. No, that's not what I want. There's a race gets proficiency in stealth. Player races. Traits, skill proficiency. Oh, bugbears get it, don't they? Oh, it's sneaky. Sneaky. Oh, it's you are proficient in the stealth skill. I'm not a fan of that wording. That's weird, but there's precedent for it, I guess. So, hey, let me... Yeah, it's you have proficiency. So... Skill proficiency is +2. I don't think there's rules for determining jumping beyond your standard jumping distance, which is annoying because there should be, but there isn't. Yeah, I'm fairly certain there aren't rules to determine how far you can jump beyond the flat distance you can jump without making a check. So yeah, small, 25-foot speed, 30-foot swim. Speak with frogs and toads. That's powerful shit right there. Swamp camouflage, and you have you're sneaky, and you also have swamp camouflage, which is quite good. You can jump around, which I think is I would say it's probably worth 3 points as opposed to 2. That brings him up to 22, which brings him in line with it brings them ahead of Dragonborn and Kenku. So yeah, they're still shit. I feel like one more something. Yeah, I think that's entirely DM dependent though. Like a DM could just as easily say you can't jump further than your jump distance, so you just can't do it. I want to bring in some like the regal stuff, maybe. Like regal countenance or something. I kind of regal countenance. The commanding air of nobility. Yeah, I'd say the I think building a character around something that is so DM dependent is probably a bad idea, but I definitely see your point. I think it's something that just should have rules and just doesn't. Something like that should not be DM dependent. There should be rules for jump distance, and there just isn't. You can speak with a commanding air of nobility. Let me roll the d6 and add the results you'll roll. Hey, let me go read. This is something I was going to look at. This is Reborn. Reborn has something like this. Where is Reborn? Shit. Where's it gone? Oh, here it is, right. Yeah, again, that's so DM dependent that like any DM could never have that train of thought, and could come up with something entirely different and come up with a completely justifiable reason for them doing it a different way. It's just one of those things where leaving things to be DM dependent is inherently a bad idea, because someone's gonna have a bad time. Also that, yeah. I think it's definitely a fault on the designer's part, because anything that reasonably should like, especially with the there's a lot of things where it's like, okay, there's no way a designer should expect this to be needed, but the jumping, it's like they already have half of the rules, they just didn't do the other half of them, or you know, it would have just been just as easy for them to have gone, you know, if a character wishes to jump further than this required distance, you know, compare these numbers or whatever. I don't fucking know. But yeah, whatever, right? Oh, it should be when you make a charisma check, you may roll, or when you would make a charisma check, you may roll a d6, and add the results you'll roll. This is kind of like a much worse knowledge from a past life, because it only works on charisma checks, and you have to do it beforehand. But you get it on top of like a number of other things as well, so I feel that's pretty acceptable. You get your regal countenance as a bullywug. You can speak with affluence and a commanding presence, which I find is kind of hilarious. Oh, the stream is currently unstable. Oh no, it's back. I think my internet had a bit of a blip there. I think it's okay. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, it was just an internet blip on my end. It's come back down now. We're doing all right. I would say this regal countenance ability is pretty good. Like it's quite good. Honestly, I would give this like a +3. I think this definitely brings them up to as you reach people pretty easily, so that much is pretty clear with the rules. Oh yeah. I'd say I mean, yeah. If you jump 10 feet in the air, you would just take falling damage as well. If you jump the full 10 feet, which you shouldn't do, you will fall down and take falling damage, which is pretty funny. Bullywugs have an inbuilt method to just die, without the use of weapons or any like harmful areas. They can just jump 10 feet in the air several times, just die, which is fucking hilarious. I think on the whole, I'm happy with this. I think the inclusion of regal countenance adds a bit of like, oh, this is, you know, like a really like interesting ability. I mean, if you choose to jump 9 feet in the air, then you're fine. But if you jump 10 feet, then you would fall 10 feet to the ground and take falling damage and fall prone. Like raw, you would just fucking stack it like a wiener, which is pretty funny. So, whilst now I'm hungry and I want to go grab food. Yeah, I might call it quits here for today. I think, just because I'm hungry. And if I go get food and then come back, I'm going to be gone for like 15 minutes, and I was going to finish at like 6:30 or 7:30 anyway, so I don't want to just come back for like 15 minutes. Yeah, say it is 7 p.m. As evidenced by the I mean, to be fair, I could have just like closed all my windows, which I have, but yeah, it is. There is this sort of pitch void of darkness behind me. It is 7 p.m. Well, 6:58 p.m. But yeah, say the Shardmind did not take very long, but it was good fun. I quite like this, and the Bullywug, I quite like the Bullywug. I think it's cool. It's certainly more interesting than the Grung, that's for sure. Fuck the Grung, stupid. Either way, I am going to head off here. Hope folks enjoy themselves. I tend to do this every week on a Monday. I will do something. I will make something, usually. Like, I've made classes on here before. I've reworked classes on here. I think I've done like 2 of those now. I've done 2 class reworks, I think. I did Monk and Paladin. Yeah. I make a lot of spells. Occasionally I'll make some magic items, usually with chat. That's quite good fun. We've had some good recommendations. That's why Phil Swift is over there, because that was a whole fucking experience. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, I'm gonna head off here. Hope folks enjoy the rest of their day, evening, night, whatever. Like, I don't know. And I will I'll gonna play some Pokemon on Wednesday because I was ill on Sunday, and so I just moved the date. If otherwise, I'll be like schedule goes back to normal. There we go, words. From then on, yeah. Hope folks enjoy themselves. See ya.